What's up, everyone? Welcome back to my channel. Today we're gonna be talking about an idea I had when I woke up when I woke up at 7 p.m. Yes, I know, 7 p.m. I woke up late and I had this idea that should SEGA have a set release date for Sonic games way before they are released, and should they have a set release date for Sonic Team, like for Sonic Frontiers? The game was actually I think it was supposed to release 2021 of December, but since Sega Sonic Team wasn't ready to release it, they pushed it back a whole nother year. So you guys may be thinking, well, what does that have to do with anything? Well, I have an idea on my mind. Well, I think Sega shouldn't. Now, I don't know how businesses work, so I don't know how this works and everything. So I'll probably be. I know I'm probably going to be 100% wrong on this, but I think Sega shouldn't give Sonic Team well, no, I don't know if it's Sonic Team or Sega that gives the release dates. I don't know, but what I think happens is that Sega gives the Sonic Team a release date, or Sonic Team reports to Sega, hey, we have a lot done and everything. But Sonic Team can tell Sega that they need more time to work on games and stuff like that. But what comes to my mind is that, well, the Sonic 06 game was rushed. It was rushed. It should have been delayed, I would say, probably a whole nother year or two later, to have the game have less bugs and everything. I personally don't have a problem with the bugs and anything, but I know the community does, and I love the game. I love Sonic 06, but it's kind of mixed between the community. I know some people that hate it and love it, and some people that are mixed between it. Like, they don't know if they love it or hate it. But this is an idea I had. I had this idea as soon as I woke up, and then an hour later, I was scrolling through Twitter right as soon as I woke up, and I was scrolling through Twitter, and then an hour later, I saw this tweet right here that Izuka is going to be in a position at Sega. Now, I don't know how. Now, again, like I said earlier in this video, that I don't know how businesses work and all that. If Izuka is in a position where he is able to tell Sega that they seriously need more time on games and everything, so it's not rushed like Sonic 06, because in Sonic 06 the game was rushed, the game had a lot of glitches, the game had a lot of rundowns, as you see right here. The game had slow, the frame rate was like so bad, and it was just rushed. And I think the game would have been so much better if they had more time and to make the game. The camera angles would have been better. Everything would have been so much better. So you may be thinking, well, I mean, Sonic 06 was, if you did like it or if you hated it, but now you may be like, well, I mean, Sonic Frontiers was good. Well, that's because they released that game a whole year later from its original release date. But delaying it a whole nother year made the game even more better, because they had more time to work on the game and work on the glitches and everything. Now, did the game still have glitches on its release? Yes, you're gonna run into those. You're gonna 100% run into those. Like that's something that's never gonna go away. Glitches are gonna always be there. Well, as if this recording technology hasn't gotten there to where it can detect glitches and everything. And yeah. But you're gonna have to have a set release date, like, somewhat, so you can release the game, because if you're gonna constantly work on the glitches and constantly work on everything, the game's never going to be released. It's never going to be released. But with Sonic 06 case, they could have at least worked on it a whole nother year or two later to at least work on the glitches and the game itself, and work on it, at least make it somewhat better. But I don't know. I don't know how businesses work at Sega or Sonic Team. I don't know who makes the calls on release dates and stuff. But I think Sega should give Sonic Team. I don't know how it works, but I think if Sega is the one, I think they should only make Sonic Team have a set release year, not a release date on the month and day, just a release year. That way Sonic Team can have a lot more time and work on it and everything, and have a lot more time to work on it. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys think of this. This is just an idea I had when I woke up, and games like Sonic the Hedgehog or Shadow the Hedgehog, that game was, I think, rushed. I don't know if it was or not, but other Sonic games was, I know some other Sonic games was rushed. You could probably put in the comments down below which games were rushed, but let me think right now what other games I think were rushed. Okay, wasn't Sonic Street Riders rushed? I don't know if that was or not, or maybe the game was just bad because of the controls. I personally love Sonic Street Riders, but you can tell me in the comments down below if it was rushed or not. But I know there's some other Sonic games that were rushed, but I can't really remember on the top of my head. But there are some other Sonic games that I can't that I can't remember on the top of my head, but you guys probably would know. Those games I know would have been better if they, depending on the game. Depending on the game, I think if they worked on it a year or two more, I think the games would have been so much better. The story would be better. The glitches wouldn't be there and everything. But you're going to 100% run into glitches. That's never gonna go away until if technology becomes more powerful and it can detect glitches when they are there and everything. But we're just not there yet. But like now you may be thinking, well, Sonic 06 didn't have any updates when it was released. Well, yeah, because that was because of technology back then. I don't think you could give updates or not. I don't know if you could or not. But in the 360 and PS3, I don't think you could give release dates into a game. Like release a game and then work on the updates later. I don't think that was the thing back then. But now that we have the technology and everything, I think Sonic games will be better with updates to the game later on. But even though Sonic 06 didn't have updates later to the game, but that proves my point even more further that they shouldn't have released it in 2006. They should have literally given it a year or two later. And when they're more finished with the game, like more finished with it, and then they're 100% know when they're going to release it and all that, then they can work on the next Sonic game. But I think SEGA and Sonic Team should, like, I don't know who gives releases, like who gives the set release date. I don't know if SEGA Sonic Team does, but I think I think whoever does set the release date should they should work on the game more until they're 100% know that there's less bugs and that people will enjoy it 100% and not run into many issues like Sonic 06 did. I know Team Sonic Racing on my mind now. I think that was rushed, but they did delay it like I think a year later. But there was nothing much to do, so they should have put more in it. But I think it was still a little bit rushed, but at least they delayed it some. See, Sonic games right now, they can be delayed if they need to and work on stuff. But I don't know. What do you guys think below? This was just an idea in my mind. My final stance on this is that whoever gives their set release date, like SEGA or Sonic Team, I think they should have I think they should give us a release year, and then on social media, see, social media comes into play. Give us updates on the game, on like what the game is, what they're working on. But don't give us like any spoilers, or like you don't have to give us like major stuff. You could just tell us updates, like, hey, they could give us information like, hey, we're running into a lot of issues with the game or bugs and all that. You can put it on social media. You can do that. But hey, many people I know don't have social media, and that's okay. But that can make a lot of people follow you on Twitter. That can be more of a reason to follow the channel on Instagram and Twitter and on YouTube. You can give updates, or you don't really give updates on YouTube, because that's really not a place to put updates on. But you can put updates on Twitter and Instagram. You can put updates on there. Have people follow that. I feel like if you put updates on the game and all that and give more updates, and then give us the release date when you're 100% know it's gonna be ready. Like, not have as many bugs. It's gonna have bugs. I know it's gonna have that 100%. Like, that's gonna come into the game no matter what. But when you know it's going to be fun, not be like 06. When you know it's gonna not be like 06, glitches and stuff and rundowns and everything. That stuff ain't popping up like in Sonic Frontiers, and it still does. If you know the game is going to not have those issues, then have a set release date that you know 100% it's going to work. And, of course, you're gonna have to, like, rush the... not necessarily rush the game, but, like, you're gonna have to release it at least somewhat, like, only, and I mean at most, and I'm saying at most, a year or two, at most, a year or year and a half or 2 years later, if the game's not ready. At most 2 years. Just say at most 1 or 2 years. If it's after 1 or 2 years, you just release it, because you're gonna have to at some point release it and work on the next Sonic game, because you know we're gonna have to play a Sonic game and they're gonna be waiting for the next Sonic game. So yeah, you're gonna have to release it at least a year or two later. Honestly, you know, scratch 2 years. Release it at most a year later. At most a year later. That way us Sonic fans can finally have the game and play it and everything. So yeah, let me know in the comments down below what you guys think of this idea or discussion of the video. I know I went on a rambling I went on a rambling on this video, but it's just an idea that I had whenever I woke up. I don't know if you guys like this kind of video or not, but if you guys disagree or agree with me, let me know in the comments below. And I think and my final ideas on this is that, or my final what I think of this, to put it short, SEGA or whoever gives the release dates and knows when the game's gonna release, whoever puts the release date on the platforms and everything, and give us the fans the release date and put it to the public. If you're going to have a release date, know at least 90%, 90 to 100% know the game's going to be at least polished and everything, and not be like Sonic 06. If it is going to be like Sonic 06, where there's rundowns, FPS is having issues, rundowns, glitches, the game's not looking as good, and everything just looks like ew. You guys probably know what I mean by ew, as in like the graphics don't look good and everything. They don't have to be the best, but what I mean by ew is like everything's like, it's like if you guys know how to like making the game works, like make the trees look polished, make the ground look polished, you know, stuff like that. But release it a year at most. Release it a year later after the initial release date. If you know the game's not going to be as good, or if you know the game's going to be like Sonic 06. If you know it's going to be like Sonic 06, release it. Work on it sometime. At least release it like 6 months to a year later down the road. And I think they should give us a release year, which they have done in the past. They have done in the past, like they give us a year, but they don't give us a release month and date. That's good. Keep it like that. And give us updates on social medias. And we can, Sonic Tours can give people news and stuff. And hey, that can and then we can make videos about, hey, updates and stuff. That can give us more videos to make and stuff like that. And I feel like in my brain, it's at least in my brain, it works out. But for people that know more business than I do, I have not a clue how a business works. But for a person who knows more about it than I do, I can see where you can see where this idea is just bad, and it's bad, and this is horrible of an idea. But for me, I don't know how business works, but it's just an idea I had, and give us and yeah, that's my thoughts on it. And if you guys enjoy this video, like, comment, subscribe, and I hope you guys enjoy this video. Sorry I'm rambling, but I hope you guys enjoy this video, and I'll see you guys next video. Bye!